Now we are jumping into the sourcing functions, okay? And the details, few topics details, you need to go through the videos in classroom. But I will give you the quick overview so that you understand these three things. The new RFQ process, category management, and activity management. That we are focusing, giving you overview so that you, at the high level, you understand it. But before I give you the overview of that, let me also give you the overview of sourcing. We have talked about when we were doing a basic session, I have explained you that what is the sourcing, for what purpose the sourcing has been used. So for what purpose sourcing has been used, we have discussed earlier. And now I would be talking about again, what is the sourcing so that you can understand what we are talking about. Okay, no worries. Looks like my touch is not working, so I will work without touch today. Maybe the battery is down for the pen. I need to replace it. Okay, let's go ahead. So we were talking about the sourcing functions. So what I was talking about, that before we go ahead and before we talk about the sourcing functions, we need to talk about what actually the sourcing is. So we have two things. We have a sourcing and we have a procurement, right? That's why it is called sourcing and procurement. So in procurement, it comes the operational procurements, okay? And in the sourcing, basically, major things which has been covered is the sourcing part. So what is the sourcing part? Let's say we talk about, we got a new requirement, right? So to for this new requirement, we need to supply new products, new requirements, new products, new vendors. Before we create a purchase requisition or before we create a purchase order, there's a huge amount of process need to happen, which is before the normal procurement starts. So that process is identifying a vendor, giving quotations to the vendors, uh, collecting their responses, and then doing a bidding process with the vendors, onboarding a vendors, checking the vendors' performance, and making it qualifying the vendors that is the correct vendor. Even when we create a business partner or vendor, before a vendor need to be created, a business partner need to be created. There's a life cycle for it. That life cycle can go for 3 months, 6 months. Some places it is also a year. That before a vendor get created into the system, it need to go to the life cycle, and with that life cycle, it would be punched into the system. So now all these functionalities of the sourcing earlier was in SRM system. SRM was a strong part for the sourcing. ECC was never part of the sourcing. Now when we come to SAP S4HANA, in ECC, the nominal thing which was given is the quotation process. If you talk about the sourcing part, only the quotation process was given, not beyond that. Apart from that, all other functionalities which we do for the sourcing, it was not there. It's all the operational procurement has been focused. And all the beyond, before the operational procurement part, the first leg of the sourcing was there in SRM. Now from SRM, it is moving to Ariba. So if you talk about where the sourcing need to be done, the exact digitalize with advanced function and feature, the solution is Ariba for the sourcing, which does not mean that the functionality has been removed from ECC when we come to S4HANA and send it to Ariba. Your S4HANA would always be having a more functionalities, higher functionalities comparing to ECC. Okay, so it is not that all Ariba functionality will come here. Ariba is still strong as a sourcing. Here, some additional sourcing functionality has been done, provided. The way the sourcing has been improved, which can help your departments. Like if you have worked in the operations, you would might hear about the department called vendor development department or vendor management department. So this vendor development department or vendor management department is the department which work on the sourcing part. And then there's another department which is also called a supply chain department, which is responsible to make sure that your materials are available for the supplies, or for the productions the materials are available. That department is your procurement department. So procurement department, strong functionality in S4HANA, strong functionality in ECC. The vendor development department or the sourcing department, very minimum functionalities in ECC, better in S4HANA, all digitalized functionality and the high level functionality is in Ariba. So here we are going to discuss that if we talk about S4HANA, what additional things you are getting it in ECC, from ECC. Because this is the Delta training, this is the advanced training. Here we focus on the things which is different from ECC to identify what would be the gaps between ECC and S4HANA. So in S4HANA, the first thing we are going to talk about in the sourcing part, I hope that now you are able to understand clearly what we are talking about. We are talking about the leg which is before the purchase, which before the purchase orders, or even it can be before the purchase requisitions also. Okay, so in that leg, sourcing leg, what are the different functions which is required and what kind of things you will be able to do in S4HANA, which is additional that we are going to talk about. And the first thing we are going to talk about is the quotation process. Can we do the quotations? Can we do the quotations process in ECC? Do we have quotation process in ECC? Answers on the chat window, you are on mute. So answers on the chat window. Can we do the quotation process in ECC? Yes, we can do the quotation process in ECC. Everybody knows, and we can do the quotation process in ECC. Very correct answer. Now, my next question is that if you have used the quotation process in ECC, what are the challenges you have seen? What are the challenges are there in ECC in the quotation process?